Well, the entities attached to my energy field do all kind of things to me. So how could they not have free will? They do, because they can do all kinds of things to me. Well, listen to this. They have free will because you believe they have free will. Hi there, beautiful soul, and welcome back on my channel. So, if you just recently found out that you have an anti-attachment, I want you to understand this one thing, okay? You have absolutely nothing to fear. Nothing to fear, okay? Anti-attachments are and can be one of the most incredibly transformational tools on your spiritual journey. Because they're only here to allow you to take your power back, to allow you to truly and deeply understand who you are, who you really are as a spiritual being. And so, if you have fear in your heart, I just want you to get rid of it, okay? Just get rid of it. And trust me that the fear you have is only due to a lack of awareness of who you are and of the power you have. And I'm here to help you take your power back, to help you remember the incredible power you have. And also, the other thing I wanted to discuss today is that if you have anti-attachments, there is a reason for it, okay? Anti-attachments are not random. They just don't happen randomly. Dark entities do not attach to people randomly. They attach to people who are able to produce in very big quantities and recurrently all of the lower vibrational emotions and feelings. So, the usual fear, anger, sadness, rage, anxiety, etc. And so, of course, if you're the type of person who gets easily triggered on a daily basis and that reacts to life in a fight or flight mode, then we can pretty easily tell that there is trauma under the surface, or there is an inability to manage one's own feelings, emotions, and thoughts. And more than anything, there is a lack of awareness of who you really are as a spiritual being and of the power you have as a spiritual being, which is why you have anti-attachments. And so now there are two ways in which we may proceed to take care of the situation and get rid of anti-attachments, okay? There is the more linear and what I like to call human way to proceed, which is much more logical and, as I said, linear, but still effective. And then there is the GodSelf way, which is really, really fast. And it can literally take you an instant. Yeah, it can take you an instant. And you can get rid of anti-attachments instantly. Well, let's go in order. And let's first talk about the first way, the more linear and human way to take care of the situation, okay? And so, as I said, we have anti-attachments, especially because we have trauma that needs to be healed from this life or from past lives. And because there is an inability to manage our own, emotions, feelings, and thoughts, and because we tend to react in a very impulsive way to what happens around us throughout the day, or to the feelings and emotions and thoughts that arise in us throughout the day. Now, healing personal trauma can be extremely painful for some people, and it can take some time, okay? And we don't want to keep feeding these parasitic beings until we'll be completely healed. Even though healing is our main goal here, because anti-attachments are here to highlight all of the emotional, issues we have so that we can heal them. But anyways, we still want to get rid of them, okay? And so this is why I always highly recommend to my clients to learn the practice of emotional control. So first of all, start by observing how you feel throughout the day, okay? So what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What are your emotions? Just start developing this practice of constantly observing your thoughts and emotions. And whenever you notice that very intense negative emotion arises in you, like fear, anxiety, anger, whatever it is, just stop, okay? Stop for a second and do not engage with it, okay? Just stop and observe it and realize that this emotion might not be coming from you, okay? There might actually be an entity there with you actively manipulating you so that it can feed off that emotion, that negative emotion. So what you do is you stop. You stop and consciously and actively refuse to go down that negative spiral. Refuse to engage with that emotion, okay? Knowing that if you did, you would end up literally feeding this being, okay? Who is actively manipulating you to make you produce the type of energy it needs, right? So you can avoid going down that negative spiral by actively refusing to do so. And choose instead to center yourself in your own being by taking very deep and slow breaths, okay? Like very deep breaths. And then very slowly, you start shifting your emotional state from this very negative to a more neutral / positive state. And you do that by the use of affirmations. So you keep breathing very deeply, very slowly, and you affirm, I'm very calm, I'm very relaxed, or you can focus on love. I am love, I am joy, I am compassion. And you keep repeating these affirmations over and over again. What we're doing here is we are actively shifting our emotional state from a very negative to a more neutral or positive one. And we can do this actively. We can choose what our state is, what our emotional state is. We can actively shift our emotional state. And affirmations are very, very useful tool when we're doing this, okay? Or if you're the type of person who's more action-oriented, then you can put on a song that you really, really love, that you adore, and that always makes you feel joyful and great. And you can lose yourself into that song. You can start singing along with the song and dancing and jumping around your room, Just move into that higher vibrational state. Listen to music, and singing and dancing are some of the most powerful ways through which we can, make our vibration, our dominant frequency go super high very instantly. And we can repel any dark energy in a room instantly, really instantly. Or a little trick that always works super, super fast is turning on the water tap. the magnetic field of flowing water is extremely powerful, and it always repels dark entities straight away. Just give it a try. So turn on a tap and just wait a few moments, a few seconds, and you start noticing that that negative emotion you were having will start to slowly go away as soon as the entity leaves the room. So yeah, give it a try. Now, there are many, many other things you could do. Like for example, journaling on a daily basis, meditation, connecting with your higher self. But these are things that you should already be doing on a daily basis, simply because they allow you to evolve on your spiritual journey as a spiritual being. So you should already be doing them every single day. But the ones I mentioned earlier are specifically directed to, stopping the interference straight away, to avoid it altogether. So you can keep following these tips over and over again until the entity attached to you won't have any interest in you. It will completely lose interest in you because you won't produce the energy it needs, and so it will leave. Now, keep in mind that this is more of a process, okay? So it might take a while, but it's still going to work 100%. And then we can move on to your God-self way of doing things. And you can get rid of anti-attachments instantly. Oh yeah, instantly. And you can do that by awakening the God who is in here, your God self, by awakening that part of you that is not just a part of you. It's who you are. It's who you truly are, because you are it. You are your God self, and you can awaken it by recognizing and understanding that you are it. And if you are gonna manage to fully awaken this part of you, then, oh yes, you'll be able to get rid of anti-attachments with a snap of a finger. Literally. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it can take an instant. An instant. And it can be so fast because you can simply decide. You can simply decide that this is over. And you can kick that entity out of your energetic space. And now you might say, but I've been trying to kick it out, it just won't leave. And why would it listen to me anyway? Now listen to me. I really need to understand this one thing. The entity does not respond to you as a version of you who is a human being and who believes is limited, who believes has no power, absolutely no power. The entity responds to the God self version of you. It responds to the part of you who is aware, 100% aware, is God. That you are God. That you are an infinite, timeless, incredibly powerful being. This is who dark entities are going to listen to. This version of you. The God that's in you. That's in here. And so getting rid of anti-attachments can take an instant only when you fully and completely understand and accept that yes, indeed, you are God in your energy field and in your reality. Now, I understand that you might struggle with accepting the idea that you're the God of your reality. But you have to at least accept and recognize the fact that you are God in your energetic space. You are it. And you are the God of your energetic space because your energetic space is the energetic representation of you as a whole. It is you. And you are the only God and boss of it. Which means that as soon as any being enters it, any being, it doesn't matter who this being is. So please stop saying, oh my God, but my entity is super powerful. The entity attached to me is so incredibly powerful. I don't care. It isn't. They're all the same. They're all the same. They all obey to you. As soon as they enter your energy field, they lose their free will because they've entered your kingdom. They've entered your realm in which you are the only one who has free will. You are. You're the only one. They don't have it anymore. And everything you say must be respected. Always. I've already made a video on this, so please check it out. I'm going to link it down below, okay? Check that out. Now, understand that you might not see this reflecting your personal experience because you're like, well, the entities attached to my energy field do all kind of things to me. So how could they not have free will? They do, because they can do all kinds of things to me, right? Well, listen to this. They have free will because you believe they have free will. That's right. Because by you being the God of your energy field, every single thing you believe becomes law. It is law. So if you believe they have free will, then they do. Then they do. You understand this? And so if you believe they have the choice to say no to what you say, to what you command them to do, when you command them to leave, then they will. But as soon as you realize who you truly are, and you start embodying that GodSelf version of you and command them out, they will have no choice but to leave. It'll just be automatic. Because it is not about them to decide if they want to leave or not. It's not. It's about you. It is about you to understand you are God and to understand that what you say is law. Because God doesn't effort. God decides. And so it is. So you're literally one decision away from being free, from being 100% free. And this decision is you accepting and embodying your GodSelf version of you, and you deciding that this is over, that this is your energetic house, this is your kingdom, and no one is allowed in it. Absolutely no one. So you can follow the first method, or you can go straight to the point and get rid of them instantly. Or you can do a mixture of both. It's up to you. Always remembering that it's not about the entities and what they do or can do to you, because it doesn't freaking matter, okay? It doesn't freaking matter what they do or can do. This is about you convincing yourself of the power you have, about you convincing yourself you are God, truly believing, recognizing the power that's in you, the power you have as a divine being you are. That's it. That's it. So that's all for today. I really hope this video was helpful to you. Let me know how it goes in the comments. Share any of your experiences. And I'll see you very soon. Right? Bye-bye.